Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to take a chapter out of the book, Introduction to RBG Urban Gardening. The chapter is called Financing Your Garden. I believe that financing your garden is the most important aspect of gardening. Because if you can't afford to garden, then you won't be gardening. But I just want to show you that you actually have the money to garden. You just don't know it. Most of us don't realize how much money we actually have here in the United States of America. Okay, so let's talk about the book real quick. RBG, Introduction to RBG Urban Gardening has been written. We copyrighted it and we published it. So now we're working on distribution. We had to get that out of the way because many people have been asking how they can go about getting the book. Alright, so we haven't nailed down how we're going to distribute it yet. So that's why you don't have it. That's why it's unavailable to you. But the book has been completed. All the steps have been taken except for distribution. Alright, so we're talking about financing your garden. Many people think they don't have enough money, as I said, but they do. I'm going to write down a few categories here. Let's come over here. The categories that Americans spend a lot of money on that they don't necessarily need to spend money on is entertainment, apparel, we're going to say clothes, shoes, hair products, and other, like massage, nails, get your feet done, your eyebrows arched, all that good stuff. And statistics say that we spend about $2,700 just on entertainment. But I'm going to put $2,500 here just for the simple math of it. And they say that we spend about $1,700 a year on clothes, shoes, hair, and other services. But I'm going to say $1,500 for the easy math of it. So I'm being conservative with my numbers. The third category is eating out. So we eat out a lot. And eating out, we spend about $2,600 a year. But I'm going to say $2,500 again for the easy math of it. Alright. So that's a total of $6,500 that we spend every year on these three areas. Now mind you, we don't have to eat out. We don't have to buy clothes, shoes, and hair products every single month. We don't have to have all this entertainment. We just don't have to do it. Now, as Americans, we like to live the high life, and many people come to America so that they can also live the high life. So, how do we break $6,500 down into 12 months? So we just divide 6,500 by 12, and you get about 541 or 542. But again, for the easy math of it, we're going to say that you have $540 every month to spend on entertainment, clothes, shoes, hair, nails, what have you, and eating out. $540. Now, we're going to go ahead and take $200 off of this because most people think that they need to have cable, the internet, and a phone. So we're going to take $200 off of that. That's going to leave you with $340 every month to spend on your extracurricular activities. Let's put it that way. Okay. So Out of this $340, you want to reallocate about $50. So you go ahead and take 50 out of that. And that's going to be your budget. That's going to leave you with $290 for your extracurricular activities. $50 is all you need. Now, what are the supplies that you need to get started gardening? And when should you get started? I recommend that you get started in September. Okay. Every month, you're going to spend a certain amount of money to accumulate your supplies to begin gardening in April. So that's 8 months. All right. So you got 50 times 8. That's going to give you $400. All right. So you have a total budget of $400 to spend on your garden. All right. So what are the supplies that you need? You're going to need 15-inch containers. 15-inch containers. You're going to need 20-inch containers. You're going to need potting mix. And you're going to need seeds. That's really all you're going to need. Now, I'm going to talk about financing your container gardening, because container gardening is going to cost you a little more, I think, or it's been my experience, than conventional gardening or Morris raised bed gardening. So with your 15-inch container, your first 2 months, you're going to spend $90, not even $100. You know you got $50 a month. So let's say with tax, you're going to spend $97. So that's going to leave you $3. September and October, you're going to spend $90, $97 with tax. And that's going to leave you with $3 left over. And you're going to buy with that 6 15-inch containers. All right. That's a lot. You can grow a lot in 15-inch containers. All of your leafy green vegetables you can grow. Your herbs, some green beans. You can even grow some blueberries. There's a lot you can grow. Some strawberries too. There's a lot you can grow in 15-inch containers. All right. Next, in November, because we've already spent almost $100 in September and October. In November, you're going to spend $50 on 2 20-inch containers. So you're going to get 2 20-inch containers in November. They're going to run you about $45. Excuse my shorthand. I hope you're following it. It's pretty simple. And that's going to leave you with $5 left. So you got $5, you got $3 from September and October, and you got $5 left over from November. Alright, so then beginning in December, you're going to start buying your potting mix. Now you can get enough potting mix, let's see, we're going to round it down for the easy math of it. So you can get some organic potting mix to fill up your 15-inch containers. You can get about 5 of them for, you can get almost 10 of them for $50. All right, but let's say 9. You get 9 for $50 in December. Okay? In December, you got 9 bags of potting mix. You're not going to have any money left over in December. Alright, so you're going to spend about, well, let's say you got $5 left over. $45 have $5 left over. So you got $13 left. Okay. Now you need seeds. Seeds are very, very, very inexpensive. You can buy them. You can go to Amazon. You can go get some seed catalogs. They'll send them to you for free. And you just shop through the seed catalog. You can buy seeds at your local plant nursery, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace, and other major hardware stores. You can also get them from Target, Walmart, and places like that. All right. I prefer to save my seed, but that's going to be another topic for another time. All right, and you're going to need to start gardening before you can save your seeds anyway. So all we're going to say is that you're going to have about $50 to spend on seeds to get started from September through April. So it's $50 worth of seeds. Alright, so far you spent $97 in September in October. You spent $45 in November, $45 in December. Alright, and you spent $50. So you still have quite a bit of money left over. So in the 20-inch containers, I don't know if I mentioned it, but you can actually grow your larger vegetables, your fruits like tomatoes. You can grow cucumbers. I actually have been growing sweet potatoes. You can grow your red potatoes. Those are the types of things you can grow in your 20-inch containers. Now I'm sure you can grow more, but we're talking about a small urban garden setting. So you're not going to have a whole lot of space to grow a whole lot. Alright, but this is quite a bit to get started. So you got 6 15-inch containers so far and 2 20-inch containers. So in January, you're going to buy 2 more 20-inch containers. That's in January. That's going to be $45 more. In February, you can keep on stockpiling your potting mix. Alright, you want to get organic potting mix, so you'll do the same thing. In February, go ahead and get 9 more potting mix for February over there. It's going to be $45 more. Okay? More potting mix. Alright. Now we're in March already. In March, if you want to, actually you could have done this in February, so maybe we'll invert that. Let's say that for February, you're going to buy seed starting containers, or you're going to make them like I've showed you before, but even if you make them, you're still going to have to spend a little bit of money. So let's say you're just going to go buy germination containers, and they're about $5 each. Alright, and you can hold about 72 plants in one, so you only have to buy one. Alright, so February you're going to buy, instead of 9 bags of potting mix, you're going to buy 8 bags of potting mix, and you're going to buy 1 germination container. Alright, so let's see, we'll put potting mix back there. And seed germination, okay, and that's going to cost you about $45. So 8 bags of potting mix, 1 seed container, $45. Alright, so you see where we're at? We actually still have some money. So everything else you're going to buy basically is just odds and ends, because you already have everything you need right here. Alright, so say you want a few tools, a hand trowel, a hand rake. What else might you need? because those are the only two tools I use. So let's just go by what I use. So you get your hand trowel, a good one. A hand shovel, let's put it that way. You know what I'm talking about. You can get a good one, really, really good one, for $20 because you got the money left over. Okay, $20. And you get a hand rake, same thing. Hand rake. $20. So that's March. Alright. Now, in April, you're all set to go. But you still got $50 more. So any other thing you may need, like garden gloves, you didn't put that on it. Get your garden gloves in April. And that is well within your $400 garden budget. Alright? You have everything you need to get started gardening. Now anything else is really just window dressing. Some people will say get fertilizer. I say make fertilizer. But if you're going to buy fertilizer, you can get that pretty cheap. So let's just put that on the list of good fertilizer. Hope you can read that down there. Fertilizer, you can get that about $5 for one bottle. And it really gets diluted a lot, so that'll last you many months using just these pots here. So let's see, how many containers do we have? We got 6 15-inch containers, and we'll have 4 20-inch containers. Cool. You got all the space you need. Now you just have to determine where you're going to put the containers, but that'll be another video as well. The purpose of this video was just to talk you through the financing process of your garden. Very simple. We showed you where we have plenty of money. They say all classes spend this kind of money, whether we're talking about upper class, middle class, or poor. We all tend to spend this kind of money on entertainment, clothes, shoes, hair, and other products, as well as eating out. So $50 reallocated from your other budget, your entertainment budget. That's all you need. I hope that's been helpful anyway. This has been Daku. Be listening out for the release date of the book. Again, we have the book written. We copyrighted it, we published it, but we're working on distribution. Remember that Introduction to RBG Urban Gardening. This has been Daku. Peace.